the house. Uh, you know how I started off the life, Malcolm. So I tell you that I have much love and appreciation for my main man for In Touch News. I think I started off like that, just talking about In Touch News, everything that In Touch News does for our community, and everything In Touch News does for this radio station, the programming and all that. Oh, I think I'm supposed to look at this. All right. All right. So I'm so used to looking at this one, and the light. I'm like, I guess the fly, whatever. I go like the lights are over there. But okay, I got this one. All right. So just want to tell you, as usual, that I'm so appreciative of In Touch News Radio and my main man, DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy. Now I say that every week, but the thing is, just like y'all don't see DJ CEO, y'all don't see Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy. But tonight, you get to see Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy,
If
and
you
that's the
don't
beautiful
just
lady right
call
there.
me Tampa Bay Tammy, we gonna fall out.
Say again.
We gonna fall out.
If I don't do what?
Just call me Tampa Bay Tammy and let it be.
I don't understand what that means.
That's my name.
That's what I
Is that how
said,
you
Tampa
meant
Bay.
it?
I said that.
Okay.
I didn't
It's
say
the Mrs. that you added to it.
Yeah, I can stand alone and I can stand with him when it's necessary. But if we doing business right now, I am Tampa Bay Tammy.
Okay, well, so you say that, and then I say what I say, because
Okay.
as far as I am concerned,
You kind of got that male chauvinist thing.
no, it ain't no
going
male chauvinist. It's a male show enough.
on. Okay.
Yeah, cause
Okay.
I want
And male respect for other men to
100%.
make sure they feel
It's show
100%,
enough.
yeah.
You are always Mrs. DJ CEO,
But that's
aka.
just too long. Just go on, let it roll with Tampa Bay Tammy and be done with it. Nobody know all
Okay,
that.
Tampa Bay Tammy,
Yeah.
aka Mrs. DJ CEO.
See, he's so ooh. And
But-
he's young
but-
enough
but-
to
but
be
hold
my
on,
child.
I gotta
shoulda spanked
also
him.
say-
Wait a minute. But
Okay.
are you young enough to be my child for real? How old are you, my
Huh?
wife?
How old am I?
What year you were born?
Am I
That's
old
all
enough to
I'm
be your child?
Yeah, what year were you born?
I'm
What year were you born?
I'm 47 years old.
No, you too old to be my child.
Yeah.
I would have been,
You had to been doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Yeah.
Someone must have been abusing
Yeah,
you.
something like
But
that.
anyway.
Yeah, I was born 1975.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody born in 1975 older than me.
Daryl, that's the year. Daryl, you were born. You could be Daryl's child.
That might be true, but I'm
Because
not.
he was born in he graduated high school in 1974.
Yeah.
And a whole lot of people had children that next year after high
Yeah.
school.
But one thing we know for sure, that's not the case. 'Cause,
Nah, this not
he ain't got no children over 6 feet.
You're right. But he could have.
That's
his,
one way,
His
though.
mama was tall. His
I'm
brothers
just saying,
are over
that's
6
one
feet.
way. Yeah,
The
ain't-
recessive gene in him could have produced a
maybe,
6
maybe
feet
so.
baby.
But,
Quit underestimating my man.
all right. So
Mr.
no,
Super
not at all.
Sperm.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just
We're gonna have a
got
good
too much
time
love
tonight.
for my mama.
We're gonna have a good time
so,
tonight, like.
yeah, good.
You ready, like?
He don't even know my mama name.
He
so.
doesn't need to know your mama name. I know
Yeah.
that's
All
right.
right, but
Because
I
he
wanna
was a
say-
mess too. So he
Yeah.
does not need
Yeah,
to know
my
your-
mama 82. She wasn't
Oh,
thinking
no,
about him.
He wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have been thinking about her. either.
Not at all.
Okay, you must have been the youngest baby.
I'm the onlyest. I'm my mother's
my
only
only
child.
child.
Yeah. After me ain't gonna be there another.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I got some sisters, adopted though. But
Yeah.
but so they my sisters. But yeah, no, I'm my
You the
mother's only
only
child. And my
biological
father,
child.
was what they call it, a rolling
My
stone.
papa was a rolling
Yeah,
stone.
yeah.
Wherever he laid his hat
They need a
was
different
his
title for him. He wasn't rolling. What's faster than rolling though? What's
Yeah, I
what-
don't know. Speed and bullet. He was
I
faster
got brothers
than
that I
a
don't
speeding
even. I
bullet.
think I got siblings I don't even know.
Do they look like you? Have you seen
I,
one that
I
look
just
like
told you I don't know them, so
Okay, okay.
but the ones I know, we all share a resemblance. But I remember I was 22 years old, right after. DJ cut the music. Look,
He
I
already cut the music.
Yeah,
He's-
I
you know
gotta
why?
say,
he's so busy listening to us. He can't.
who
He can't.
I gotta say what I need to say though. Listen, okay. Shout out to DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, for making this whole production happening. And a whole lot of shout outs to the mystery man behind the board. I know y'all don't know who it is.
know he-
Making all this stuff happen. So really appreciate him keeping the programming together, making us look good, sound good, and want to appreciate you for tuning in. And I don't know where you're tuning in from, but I can tell you that you can tune in at www.intouchnews.com and the YouTube channel, man. So
It's a
she got
lot.
me.
It's
No,
a
no,
lot.
because
It's
she
a
done messed up my whole.
I done mess up.
Yeah, you don't have because okay, but I
No,
got
we're
to go.
not national.
Hold on.
I mean, we're
hold on.
national.
Check it out.
We're not local. That's what we need to
Hold
say.
on. Watch this though.
We're
Watch
not
me.
local.
Watch me bring it back with the polish on it.
Okay.
All right. So you can tune in at www.intouchnews.com, and you can also tune in at the In Touch News YouTube channel as well as the In Touch News Facebook page. And the difference between some of those platforms is that you can interact with us, like leave comments. So like on the YouTube page, we ain't gonna get right back at you, but you can leave comments, let us know what you think about it. On the Facebook I said YouTube page, it's the YouTube channel, but on the Facebook page, like you can type stuff in the chat and we might holler back at you depending on if we see it or not.
Well, it won't happen today because I got you busy
And
thinking.
you can call in at 813-444.9588. Yeah,
Say
it's
it
a
again.
call in. So call in. Look, as you can tell, as you can see, we're gonna have a good time. Some it looked like something lit. Maybe
Well, wait a minute.
Maybe the phone is just showing that it need a battery. But it's something blinking. But so you can call. If you call in, it could be you just like it's the battery. So just call in 813-444.9588 right here at In Touch News Radio Show, the Life Malcolm Show. And I didn't say that I'm your host, Life Malcolm, and that's what we got going on right now. Okay, now
Well, you
since
know
I got
what I
all
hate
those
too?
official
We got to
particulars
change-
out of the way.
We got to change
Hey,
something.
matter of fact, we got to change it. It's the Tammy.
no.
It's the Tampa Bay Tammy Show. Everybody, welcome to the Tampa Bay Tammy Show. I am your guest, Life Malcolm.
No, the only thing we got to change is I want attorney Life Malcolm on all your advertisement. You have worked hard for your title, so it must be changed. ASAP, and I'm going to have my graphic artist do that in the newspaper and on the website. You have earned it. You deserve it. And when people look at your name and your face, they need to know who you are and give you your due respect. You all right with that?
You Mrs. DJ CEO. What can I say to that?
Yeah.
He's like he the CEO and you the Mrs. So I guess
He
I
will not do
am
that
all right
now.
with that.
But now, since you going to keep hollering out who I am, first thing they taught me
Oh,
on the
Lord.
radio was.
Wait, hold on. When did you learn this though?
No, we ain't getting into
Okay,
numbers.
then.
Don't be trying to.
No, I'm just saying because what back then might not be the right now.
Well,
Right.
back then, we were not supposed to actually discuss our spouse and our children because it took away from our sellability and people wanted to come out and see us.
Sellability, like
Yeah.
celibate, like that got something
Not
to do with celibate.
Not celibacy, but
Oh, okay.
sellability. Because, we get paid when we used to come out on personality appearances and, gentlemen would come to see me and females come to see the man, and we just didn't talk about the wife and the children.
So there was this episode. I used to watch this TV show called CSI.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I love CSI.
Me too.
Okay.
And one episode they had this thing where there was this woman. Matter of fact, I mean it's a long time ago. I ain't seen it in a long time, but I think it was like where they had these cars that were like.
Transformers?
No, they weren't transformers, but they were choppers though. Like they would go and like damage and kill the other car, and
okay.
a woman ran that ring,
Okay.
and she said that what she had to do was to appear available, appear approachable, but be unavailable.
Right.
Yeah,
There
and
you
so
go. That's it.
like, and that was right around. I saw the episode right around the time I was coming into my spoken word professionalism,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I learned. That's what I had to do. I had to appear approachable. I think it's
Because the ladies was coming to see all that 6 feet you was rolling.
Yeah,
okay, and all that smooth man.
no doubt about it.
They were coming to see them.
No
so
doubt
they
about it,
wanted them
and
some Life Malcolm.
and so when I'm trying to sell these CDs and whatnot, I got this person on my, like all in my way. Like it's
You
real
gotta
life.
go sit
No,
down
it's
for it.
no, it's real life.
I
Because
know
I
it
had this woman that moved to Tampa in 2003. We lived together and all that. And I'm sure it was difficult for her because it was. She away from home and no new place and I know certain kind of popularity, and so I'm trying to get this business on her. She rolled up like,
Feeling intimidated.
yeah.
Like
She'll roll up on them like,
This
what I
my
mean?
man.
And so
This
now
my
I
man.
can't sell no CDs. They like, he with this crazy girl. I can't. And yeah, so yeah, I
Oh,
tried
don't think Daryl Johnson ain't ran off a few men. I had to talk to him
Oh,
later. I
hey,
said, Dave, I
yeah,
couldn't get
well,
a
hey,
sale backstage. The managers would not talk to me when I was backstage if Daryl was standing over me. Now, if he wasn't with me, I met everybody.
Yeah.
But when he was with me, they stood back, and it was that same respect thing.
Now is Daryl's DJ CEO? Cause we don't say Daryl. I'm saying that's DJ CEO.
Oh, you training me now?
No, I'm asking. I'm just saying to the audience, they don't know who the hell Daryl is. It might be
Daryl
Daryl from the 5th floor or something.
Yeah, he from the 4th floor when he hold up
Okay,
5 fingers. You remember that?
Okay,
Yeah, Daryl is.
DJ CEO. Okay, so we're talking about DJ CEO. So DJ CEO used to be in the background regulating.
Regulating. I used to
Okay.
say, baby, you're going to have to go sit down somewhere. I cannot make my connections like I used to make them. And I knew all of the comedians and their managers. They gave me their names.
And y'all
their
still
cards.
survived.
Oh, yeah, we
Y'all,
did.
y'all thriving. In-touch news popping. Like Malcolm on the got the Life
Dang,
Malcolm. So
all
okay,
thriving.
yeah.
He's
So
still popping it,
it looked like DJ CEO made all the right moves.
Yeah, he did. But I
Right.
had to have a conversation with him. He
Yeah,
recognized that.
Well, y'all ain't lose nothing. Everything profitable and positive.
Yeah, it's positive.
Ain't nobody in prison because
Ain't
they had to
nobody in
deal with the person doing the wrong thing. Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
All right, so
You got to give me that line again. You
What's
said you have to seem
you have to be approachable but be unavailable.
right.
And again, I got that from. I don't think
CSI.
that's right. It's, for some reason, approachable don't. Oh no! I know exactly what it is. It's like seem attainable but be unavailable. That was the joint.
attainable.
Seem attainable but be unavailable. I think so. Look, we got to go to break, and then I'm gonna come back and say a couple things that I wanted to say.
Okay.
And then we're
And
gonna
you
call
want me to be
in
quiet?
another special guest. And it's gonna be a surprise for most of y'all, cause y'all, oil and water don't mix, and me and her don't mix,
Well, you're gonna
but
be
we
all right.
but we blend.
Okay.
It's a difference between mixing and blending, and y'all gonna be so surprised at what's about to happen in the next portion of the show. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back right here on the
Be
Life
right
Malcolm
back.
Show.
This is the recipe you've been waiting for. A little touch of smooth mixed with a big touch of soul.
This is how we do it.
We are In Touch Radio.
Hi, this is Angela Birdsong, and I'm running to be your next Hillsborough County Commissioner in District 2. And I want to encourage you to vote by mail. You can do that by contacting your supervisor of elections in your county. Voter suppression is real, and we have to be prepared to vote and get your family members registered. Do it today. Call me if you have a question. 813-476-4837. 813-476-4837.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Yo, look, welcome back to the Life Malcolm Show. I really appreciate Tampa Bay Tammy, a.k.a. Mrs. DJ CEO. Oh, no, that's how she want me to say it. I usually say it different. Tuning, coming through to give me like a little guest spot. Appreciate the energy and oh what? This hasn't happened in a while, but we have a caller. It's probably Tampa Bay Tammy, but we'll see who it is. We'll solve the mystery. Caller, come in. Caller, come in. All right. Gonna hate to hang up on you, but yeah, I appreciate you, calling in, and I know sometimes shyness can get the best of you. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and say this, man. I really appreciate. I usually say Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, but she corrected me. It's Tampa Bay Tammy, aka Mrs. DJ CEO, coming in and just kicking it with us, man, for the first portion of the show. Tell you what else, DJ CEO and Tampa Bay Tammy, a.k.a. Mrs. DJ CEO, also came through and kicked it with me at Solo Mike's this past Thursday. Okay, you're not hostile to the microphone, all right? You good over there? All right, yeah. So, hey, look, DJ CEO, if you can come in and talk about it a little bit, like come on in and talk about DJ. Can you come in, DJ CEO, and come on in and talk about Solo Mike's just a little bit?
Oh, you mean the show that we were at Improv?
Yeah.
So Solo Mike's was exactly what the name says.
Okay.
It was a lot of soul on the microphone.
Okay.
Did
you have a good time?
Had a great time. The guy from Jacksonville was good.
Okay. Moses West.
Moses West. The guy from Gainesville.
Atlanta.
He was great.
You had two guys from Atlanta.
And then the vocalist. I saw one vocalist. She was fantastic.
Which one now?
She had on blue.
Heavy Set. Okay,
Yeah,
that was Miriam Harmon. Yeah.
Miriam, man, and she was harmonizing. She was great. How was
the hosting?
The hosting?
Yeah.
The hosting was good.
It was all right.
Right. You're not talking about yourself, are you?
No. I'm talking about,
the guy that was
I'm just saying JB and myself.
JB,
yeah. So I was asking about the hosting altogether.
Yeah. Well, you and JB did your thing.
Okay.
I thought
the only thing, though.
What's that?
You were about to say the only
I thought the only thing that was a little short, a little slacking was I couldn't order food. I got there too late to order food. So hence that's why you say get there at 6:30, and I wasn't there at 6:30. So there it is.
Yeah, but doors open at 6:30.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna have to do is tell the Improv they're gonna have to extend the kitchen hours a little bit, and we're gonna have to figure that out.
We got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Other than that, the show was fantastic.
Good crowd?
And good, excellent crowd.
Yeah. And
my wife had a good time. As long as my wife happy, I'm happy. So that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, 100.
100.
And your wife is Mrs. DJ CEO?
Tampa Bay Tammy.
Yeah, keep her happy. I love it. So I just wanted to talk about that, and the reason why is because I wanted everybody to know that In Touch News showed a lot of love. I mean, we talked about that last time. I had the whole paper. Like, they put us on the back page. Like, we had the whole back page, and I'm sure that contributed to the turnout. And I'm really appreciative.
And here's another thing that dawned on me as we were going home. My wife said, Ryan on the front page. I said, what? Yeah,
He on the front page?
He's on the front page of this issue, of the one that we were passing out.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wow, that was good timing.
Yeah,
especially for him. So it was like, hey,
it
was good, man.
Yeah.
Great show.
I really
one last thing.
Okay.
What I liked about it is that even though we laughed a lot, these were not comedians. These were guys that did spoken word.
Well, Ryan was a comedian.
Well, yeah, Ryan was. Ryan
he is not what he's.
It is, exactly.
Let's keep him present.
Yeah, right.
Got too many friends.
Hello. Yeah. Ryan is a comedian, but the others
he was funny. They told me he was funny. Like, I don't get a chance.
He's always been funny.
So the reason why I asked this question is because I really don't have an opportunity to experience the show because I'm running around.
You doing your thing.
Right. So
You did have a costume change. I'd like to point that out.
costume. I ain't
Okay.
No costume.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. You did change clothing twice.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
Felix is your seamstress, your tailor.
Tailor. Yeah.
Your tailor.
I don't know what you're
Felix.
trying to do to me on this show, but
Felix.
I never had a
Okay,
seamstress in my
seamstress.
life.
Okay,
but
Taylor.
Felix
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
Tailor.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Over there on Armenia, man, Felix.
Oh, I know Felix.
Felix had
Yeah, he hooked you up.
Felix had me looking. I mean,
He did.
look
He
at
had
the
you
pictures.
right.
Yeah. Felix had me looking right.
Okay.
That's my main man.
Good shout out.
Yeah. Over there, like in the little Spanish, what's that? Armenia, yeah. But yeah, shout out to Felix, man. Shout out to all my sponsors who came through. Did you see all my classmates, all the white boys, like the white men or white? I don't know. I
did. I did.
You know,
I see where life got that white boy attitude from.
came-
I see now.
Oh, you got joking jokes. All right. So, all right. I got a special guest in the building. Came all the way through. And now we get to chat with her. I don't know if we can see her yet. We got her on camera. Is she visible? All right. So we gonna make her visible in a minute. Some of y'all might know her as Flavor. Some of y'all might know her as Joanna. But these days, she wants you to know her as the angry activist. And I'm not exactly sure what she's angry about, but I'm sure that she has a right to be angry as long as she is an African in America. So y'all put y'all hands together right now. Start clapping. If you ain't clapping, you hating for the angry activist. Flavor. Joanna. Well, y'all.
Doing? How y'all doing?
All right. What's going on?
In Touch News, Life Malcolm. Oh my goodness!
All right.
And of course, my I still call him boss, DJ Mr. Johnson. How y'all doing out there? America KKK. It's your girl, the angry activist, and I'm finna put it in your life. The real facts. And it's great to be here. It's great to be alive. Of course, if you don't know, this your girl Flavor, the angry activist, and I'm not actually angry. People are calling me angry, so I decided to live up to that mantra, and I decided that the day that I'm no longer angry is the day that community con artists, pulpit pimps, and political Ponzi scammers will step up, and we're going to have justice for all. So I'm very excited to be here on this show. I actually used to do my own radio show called Politricks. I'm sure you could tell by this lovely, sexy voice. And if you can't see me, holla at your girl. We got some new
How they
stuff.
gonna holler at you?
We got some new stuff popping.
How they gonna
off.
holler at you?
They gonna holler at me because they can see me. And if they
You
can't
said
see
they
me,
on the radio holler at you, so how they holler at you? Give them the info.
I'm finna get it to them. Justice for All hotline. That's for everybody who is tired of being discriminated against, exploited, and having voter suppression and employment suppression and all of this stuff. And I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to be held liable, but I can name names, but we don't have to, so I can get real deep. I got all facts because the angry activist is a political investigator.
So what you want to tell our audience here today? Like what's the? You got a lot of. I see you got flyers. You got this thing. You got this thing, and you got that thing right here. So can you tell us about these things?
I got this.
Let's start with this. What is this about?
I got this thing right here.
Well, yeah,
And
you
that's
got
what
that.
God
But,
gave me. To God be the glory.
what is this about?
Well, I picked this up right here up in the studio, but I started putting my itinerary down here of discussion, which is the same thing, which is Black Alive 365, zero tolerance, achieving the dream. We're going to just speak on a few things that black folks seem to be complaining about for a long time, which is reparations and black history curriculums in school. So we're allowing millions of our taxpayer dollars to be spent by political administrators, which are called political employees. Well, I call them political employees, but you call them politicians. They're actually red and blue, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. They're an employee. Don't believe it? We pay them a paycheck, and they're begging us for the job right now. So I'm glad to be on the Life Malcolm show in this political season, able to turn up and give you these facts.
All right, so before we jump into the facts, let's give the people a little bit of background about you. Where you from?
I am from Philly, 215.
When you get to Tampa?
Tampa, I've been here for a while, and I'm a In Touch News
When
alumni.
did you get to Tampa?
Back in the 90s.
90s? Okay.
Late 90s, mid 90s.
All right, cool. So when did you get into this political? When did you get to doing this political work?
Well, God took me from free north to bring me to slave south because I'm a 21st century civil rights activist. As I'm trying to empower all, or as I thought, this is how I met you. That's what we are. You know, Malcolm is dead. Martin is dead. We're alive. George Washington is dead. We are allowing career Confederates. We have allowed them to take off their hood and their mask and put on suit and ties. That's who's running this country. But we now are the boss. Who is we? We the people, the taxpayer, and there's no taxation without representation.
So what brought you to this political? You didn't answer the question, and I do want you to answer it. Like, when did you start this political work that you're doing right now? When did you start that? The people need to know.
Okay, from the moment that I was born, I was born to do this.
You were born with a flyer in your hand.
No, I was born to be this social reformist that I am, as Martin was. As
all right, so
Malcolm
when did you
was.
start doing it?
Well, I started doing it full time.
Okay.
When I started working in the Florida Department of Corrections, trying to empower taxpayers, aka felons, which actually there is no such thing as a felony. A felony is adjudication, and I'm glad that you're a lawyer now, because you could chime on in. A felony is an adjudication. It is not a label or a title. Only thing taxpayers can be is a taxpayer or a citizen, and your right to vote and your right to work that's been taken away by your political employees, you are owed compensation. So we're working on the Justice for All Compensation Act, so that everybody who has been denied, every taxpayer that's been denied the right to participate in the society that they contribute to, will be compensated.
All right, so we're gonna hit on all the. I mean, like I said, you got a lot of literature here. We're gonna hit on those things when we come back, but we're gonna take a break. I just really want to appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. You know, it's been a long time coming. Everybody, stay tuned. We got my homegirl, the angry activist, Flavor, Joanna Williams, right here.
It's Joanna Collins, yeah.
Oh, well, it used to be Joanna Williams.
Well, that's
well, I'm just saying,
now
it used to be. So I ain't know nothing about the Collins, but Joanna Collins, right here on. Yeah. She's flat. I was wondering what that was about. All right, y'all put your hands together for the Life Malcolm show, and stay tuned. We'll be right back in a couple of clicks of the clock.
So believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward. Just recline. Just ask Ricky. Plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. Legal and medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Hi, this is Angela Birdsong, and I'm running to be your next Hillsborough County Commissioner in District 2. And I want to encourage you to vote by mail. You can do that by contacting your supervisor of elections in your county. Voter suppression is real, and we have to be prepared to vote and get your family members registered. Do it today. Call me if you have a question. 813-476-4837.
All right, so welcome back to the Life Malcolm Show right here on In Touch News, and it's a call-in show. You can call in at 813-444-9588. I don't know what it is about that dot. I just like saying that. Like, you can tune in at www.intouchnews.com, and today we have a special guest. And, you know, that might be a double entendre. Special guest, Flavor Joanna Collins, also known as the Angry Activist. And, you know, what I want to do for the next segment of the show is just allow you to just talk. And there may be moments where I interject and ask questions, but I'm just going to sit back, just give you your time to talk about all of the stuff you have going on and all the stuff you angry about. But I'm going to tell you, though, if I say, hey, question, I need you to stop so I can ask my question and, you know, give me an answer. All right, so I'm going to just sit back, man, listen to you talk.
And I do thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I thank you for this platform. And I just want to start off by saying to God be the glory, because I am on fire like Alicia Keys. He has given me the key for success, and this is going to shock some of you so-called Christians or whatever you consider yourself, religious denomination. Check this out. All we have to do to be free at last is to do what the homosexuals have done. That's right. The gay folks, the LGBTQ, the Rainbow Coalition, that's all we have to do. You know what they finally did? They finally stopped allowing political Ponzi scammers, political employees to tell them no. So this is a zero tolerance policy I'm about to give you. Justice for all, free at last. Whatever your issues are, if you out there fighting for bees, trees, or manatees, stop it. Because we the boss, the taxpayer. Now, lots of folks say, I know that, but there is no but. The problem is you going down the political Wizard of Oz road. You easing on down the road looking for something. If I see one more march, we're going to march in justice and victory, because we are free. So you better thank God for the freedom. Because remember, if you don't recognize what your blessings are, he going to take them away. Why you keep blaming God, asking God, oh, God, I want black history in schools. Oh, God, I want reparations. Who are you asking, and who's telling you no? Who gave Indians land and casinos? Who sat up here and spent millions of our tax dollars on Holocaust museums? Does anybody know where the Holocaust happened? It happened in Europe. So why are we putting up all our dollars on the Holocaust Museum? Who told the Indians that they could have land and casinos? I'll tell you who. Political Ponzi scammers. It's called a committee. Well, it's time to end this political Ponzi scam. I said it loud and proud. It is time to eliminate political pardons. What? It is time to eliminate political fundraising. You better get your minds right, taxpayers, because you sitting up here trying hard. Oh, but let me tell you one of the biggest con games going. It's called credit. Now, who the hell said I need credit clearance or a credit check so I can get an apartment, something that I'm not even purchasing? Who said it? A political Ponzi scammer. So we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and it is time to eliminate political Ponzi scammers immediately. If you have no right to vote, why the FRRC, the NACP, and the ACLU, they are all fronting because they're trying to get you to think you need a second chance. The only damn person need a second chance is political Ponzi scammers. You heard it. Oh, Diane Hart, did you say you don't want to be the shero? Oh, Dara Roussan, did you say you don't want to be the hero? Yes, you did. Well, then, what the hell we need you on the payroll for? Okay? You thought it was a game. Well, it is. It's a game for y'all to get the hell out of here with this boufale, because we don't need you. We got a whole bunch of justice and reform to deal with. One, taxpayers, if you are paying a high energy bill, you should be receiving free energy, a solar surplus check in the state of Florida. Why? Because billions of your tax dollars are being wasted on energy, paying energy bills for the government. We have given them a blank check. For what? Why are we giving them our money? You trying to make $15 now, but them political Ponzi scammers, they make it more than 15. And by the way, we'd be better off. Who the hell told y'all to make weed prohibition like you did liquor? You better wake up, taxpayers, and stop this game. Now, as I look around the city of Tampa, let me tell you, I hear the word gentrification, but it's the people who have a home that are complaining about it. That's right. Y'all let this whole city be chopped up. The chilling and ribs that they threw to the black people, they have now come back and reclaimed, because the chilling and the ribs used to be the scrap, but now it's the most expensive part of the hog. Let me repeat that. The chilling and ribs used to be the scrap. Now it's the most expensive part of the hog. That means Tampa Park, the lower half, and by the way, Central, and I'm a big up Connie Burton and them, because they did try not to build Central Park. Oh yeah, they tried that.
Not to build Central Park?
They tried not to rebuild it. Them folks, they did not want to rebuild it, but they made sure that they rebuilt it. Oh yeah, they weren't trying to put them projects back down there.
So I just want to understand what you're saying about Connie Burton. She did what now?
She and others were instrumental in ensuring that they did finish rebuilding Tampa Public Housing, Tampa Housing Authority, finished that project, because they were not, if you didn't notice, all the other projects that were rehabbed, they were torn down and put back up in a flash. And by the way, why would you allow yourselves, taxpayers, to be living in a publicly funded, your money, not their money? Why are you allowing them to tell you can't smoke? Those are the only buildings in public housing where you cannot smoke in those apartments, nor can you smoke on the land. I've never heard of smoke-free public housing facilities, and if that's the case, why aren't all the facilities smoke-free? Because that's game.
All right. So,
bunch of game.
I ain't mad with that, but I always heard, as far as smoking concerned, fire on one end, food on the other. So we don't necessarily want people to do a lot of smoking. But
I'm talking about cigarettes.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about legal smoking.
Fire on one end, food on the other. But I see you came here with some flyers, and I think this is yours. You said this not yours. Flip Florida, Flip Florida, not yours. But you got play with games, not guns, YOLO. So you got a flyer that has a lot of stuff on it. Do you want to talk about any of that?
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm proud to present the first. Oh, of course, I forgot the under 21 no gun. I forgot to bring the under 21 no gun badge. But we being Kids 24/7, a place where kids can report anonymously and talk confidentially, and that is something that came about because, unfortunately, adults have a gazillion services: free food, free clothes, free housing, free everything, and children have nothing. They have zero. They have to get in trouble in order to get any type of service. But this was actually before the unfortunate gun massacre in Texas. So now we are a local and going national anti-gun social media campaign, because I've recognized that post-traumatic social media stress disorder is one of the contributing factors that have our children becoming more homicidal and suicidal. And parents have to really be up on knowing the kids' passwords, passcodes, checking their posts, because you are the parent. Parental guidance. You have to be on top. The police are not responsible for, it's kind of a mix-up out here, because now we have this police chief. By the way, Hi, Police Chief O'Connor, and we're still waiting for our meeting with you. So, we just sent you an email and others to let you know, not one more youth, not one more death.
So you said parents need to know their children's passcodes and all that stuff?
They do, and
so when you asked your children for their passcodes, like, what was the response?
it's not. I don't have children. I have grown. My children are grown.
Okay.
I'm talking about children
That's cool.
that are.
So have you talked to parents? Like you gave. So have you given parents that advice and gotten a response from them, like how their children responded?
Well, yes, and
Okay,
thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
It's a few things.
Okay.
One is some that are concerned about privacy, and another one is just not even, they're shocked to not even have realized that's something that they should have done or even thought of. So that's the purpose of our awareness campaign that we are launching, which is called SOS Saving, and I have the banners out. I'm going to show you at the end of the show. It's called SOS Saving Our Students, School, and Society, SOS 365. And we have the 3P pledge, which is do not play, point, or post guns. Because unfortunately, tragic trends are happening because kids want to be so popular, they're dying to be famous. And these are the things that we have recognized, that we have initiated, and that Hillsborough County Safe and Sound and Freddie Barton are over there playing games. And I filed an official complaint because I can't understand, nor will I accept $30 million of our hard-earned tax dollars being bestowed upon the Strat Center and their Hillsborough County Safe and Sound, which, by the way, white people have never heard of, and most black people. Okay, just want to put that out there. Why would we be talking about there's no funding for teen jobs or programs or organizations? And by the way, Preacher Patty on the Michelle B. Patty show, she's the one that has been complaining about Hillsborough County Safe and Sound and Freddie Barton for the longest. So what I've done is stop this complaining and start changing.
So
That's our tax
I
dollars.
think it's a good idea that you have begun to institute programs. It looks like this flyer's got a lot on it, and I'm gonna kind of dive into some of the different entities presented on the flyer. We're gonna have to do that when we come back after the break. But it's regardless of if these people you've named have shortcomings, regardless of that, I don't want to focus on what other people have not been able to do. I want to talk about what you've been able to do, or at least what you're trying to, what you're doing right now. So let's talk about that when we come back after the break. All right.
Thank you.
Hey,
Of course.
it's the Life Malcolm Show, and got my guest here, the angry activist, Joanna. What is it? Collins, Joanna Collins, and AKA Flavor, and we're gonna be right back.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of NTouch Radio or its staff.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here-for-you.
This brutal weather that we experience every year in Florida leaves hundreds of residents needing repairs to their property. If your home has been damaged or needs remodeling, leave it to the professionals. Call Reeves Building, Plumbing, and Roofing at 813-238-6197. That's 813-238-6197. Reeves Building, Plumbing, and Roofing have been serving the community for 43 years. Reed's Building Plumbing and Roofing is a proud sponsor of Jazz at Miss Connie's house.
Hello, I'm Rob here with Solar Energy Loan Fund, and we can help you finance your energy needs. If you need a new air conditioner, roof, solar panels, windows, doors, weatherization, having plumbing issues, the Solar and Energy Loan Fund can help you with that. Even if your credit isn't the best, we will be able to help you replace that old air conditioner or get that roof replaced. Again, my name is Rob Perry. I'm with Solar Energy Loan Fund. I can be reached at 727-315-3223. Again, that's 727-315-3223. Looking to hear from you.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of InTouch Radio or its staff.
Yo, welcome back to the Life Malcolm Show, right here on In Touch News Radio. You can call in at 813-444-9588. And if you've been with us so far, you know that our special guest is Joanna Collins, a.k.a. Flavor, a.k.a. the Angry Activist. And so, what you want me to call it? Angry Activist was told us right before the break about a lot of campaigns she has going on. So, and I have a flyer right here. It's a flyer, and it's like I'm gonna give, because this is the last part of the show, and I'm gonna like take the last part of the show to say what I want to say about all the stuff. So you got to run through it just to inform the people, you know, and you can. It's your time, but I want to ask you to, in 30 seconds, tell us what Play with Games Not Guns is.
Well, we are going to be doing activity scholarships for our youth, and Play with Games Not Guns means just that kids are out here playing with guns, and what these different campaigns are separate. The Play with Games Not Guns is just simply we had an event with the TPD, and we got games donated from attorneys, PlayStation 5, and when the kids sign the pledge card, they won't play point of post guns, then they are able to have an opportunity to win some games.
All right, so YOLO, RIP, don't gamble with your life, respect is power. Talk about that.
Okay, RIP typically means, and kids are so desensitized now because they're wearing their RIP shirts, they're listening to this music, they're dying to be famous. So we flip the RIP, and it stands for respect is power. That simply means if you respect people and one another, no bullying, no instigating and these type of things, no getting on Facebook, tripping, acting crazy, then maybe you will be able to save your life or someone else.
Okay, take the 3P pledge.
That is simply don't play, point, or post guns. When you are pointing a loaded weapon at someone, you are risking their lives, other people's lives, and definitely your life or your own freedom. As someone who has played with a gun and almost blew off her own head, I am speaking from experience that guns are not fun, but a curiosity can kill you, not the cat.
All right, so be a positive social media superstar.
Simply positive posts, positive, productive posts. Stop feeling the need that you need. And this is to the parents as well. They are the worst examples for the youth. Stop posting negative comments and things. You know, you have to get restraining orders on people. I mean, it's all over everything. It's problems, but we want to promote positive, productive posts. So that's what being a positive social media superstar is, and we will be having the first social media awards soon. Stay tuned.
So kids 247-365.com. What is that about?
That's the hotline. And this is the first hotline for kids where you can report anonymously and talk confidentially. And those things will be, right now it's just an info line because it just has to be a little bit more done, licensed clinical social workers and so forth. But the SOS, saving our students, school, and society, those are the things. And our under 21, no guns, that's what we're working on. But if I could, I want to say something about the justice reform.
Okay.
I know you might have a little bit more
Hey,
questions.
go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I want to say this. The number for Justice for All is 866-909-2929. And before I forget, I'm just a marketing person for this organization. If you want to contact Kids 24/7, you can hit them up at kids247365.com. And we have many ways that you can contribute. We are looking to do the City of Champions with the Buccaneers, the Lightning, and
I just realized we was giving this person like free advertising. I thought this was your thing. All right. So, all right.
No, I'm the marketing. I'm the marketing person for Kids 24/7.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. So Kids 24/7 has something against guns.
Not something against guns. It's under 21, no guns is the law.
All right. So All right. So in this thing, I see it says positive, productive posts, no guns.
Post no guns. That means for children to post no guns.
Posts no guns.
Right.
All
For the kids that see under
Oh,
21,
okay, I
they're
got
posting
you.
the
I
guns.
got you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, I'm just trying to get through. All right, play with games. Nigga. Okay, all right. Guns down, grades up. That's over in this corner over here.
Yes.
So what is? Tell me about guns down. What does that mean?
That means no bringing guns to school, no guns after school, and hopefully that if you want to deal with guns, we have the military coming to our December 28th event at the Children's Board, starting at 12 p.m. and that's on the Holiday Safety, Health, and Wealth Career Expo for youth, teens, for teens and adults. December 28th, Children's Board, 12 p.m.
All right. So, and the reason why I asked those questions first is because it looks like in the middle, this entire campaign is an anti-gun social media campaign. So, it seems anti-gun.
On social media, yes.
Okay, so it's not anti-gun, it's just anti-gun on social media.
No, it's a street campaign as well, but this is just one flyer.
And I'm trying to understand.
This isn't the whole campaign.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to understand the one flyer. How do you? Let me just get to it. How does this organization that you represent, or if you can speak to the question for yourself, what are your thoughts on guns? You think people shouldn't have guns?
No, I think that anyone that's under 21 should not have a gun. They're running the risk. What is about to happen, and parents should understand that the legislators will be about to change the law. You will be held liable, and your child will be getting records. See, they've been letting this slide, but now it's built up because those folks are now in the hood, and they have a false sense of security. Crack is gone, but crime and the criminals aren't. So it's about to go down. This is why, as long as when we had drive-by shootings, there was never any orange. The new color for orange campaign anti-gun is this, orange. Now there's a surge of concern about gun violence in this country. Oh, it's too late. And by the way, praise the Lord, and I'm not being sarcastic, but thank God it hasn't been anyone black or minimized of black folks going and shooting up schools, because when black folks do things, they demonize us, but they glorify themselves, and then they earn and make money and make movies.
Well, I want to say that I really appreciate you. Huh? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. 866-909-2929. That is the number for Justice for All. If you are a felon, or if you have a felony conviction, if you know anyone that have a felony conviction, you are owed compensation. If you cannot get a job, if you cannot work, if you have no Social Security, as long as you cannot get gainful employment, you are owed compensation. 866-909-2929, Justice for All. Remember, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I need money right now campaign. Zero tolerance. Thank you, sir.
No, you're very welcome. I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing the volume of information that you shared. I would say, in response to all of that everything you said leads me to the conclusion that the people need power. And whether one believes such power comes from voting is one thing. And if you believe that, you should do that. You should vote. Go vote. Like at the ballot box. And I think this is an appropriate commentary because this is voting season, right? I think early voting started yesterday or something like that. So, like, people are voting, and so you should vote. But also keep in mind, as we've said on this show before, that voting, can happen in more ways than one. As a matter of fact, dear brother, Malcolm X once said that you can vote with the ballot or the bullet. The Black is Back Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations says that you can vote with the ballot and the bullet. So there's more than one way to vote, but voting is important. The thing is, though, we should remember that the entire reason for the vote is to claim power. That's why Democrats and Republican, like the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, pool resources, whether people are candidates, of course candidates are people, whether candidates are voters or, millions of dollars together to see who can, win the vote and essentially win the power. So the people who seek to make a difference need to get the power. And our guest today had some ideas about how you can get the power. She might be right. I don't know. Call her and find out for yourself. In my view, I'm riding with what Mao Zedong said a long time ago. Political power comes from the barrel of the gun. And if you want the power, for me, it's not guns down, grades up. It's guns up and colonialism down. And so that's my take on it. I really want to appreciate DJ CEO for allowing. Oh, I shouldn't say it. DJ Cuddy Music. I shouldn't say that. I really want to appreciate Tampa Bay Tammy for being a guest on the show right in the beginning. Definitely want to appreciate Flavor, a.k.a. Joanna Collins, a.k.a. Angry Activist, for being here and sharing all this information. Y'all be sure y'all check it out. Rewind if you have to get all the numbers and the websites that Flavor. I'm gonna just call it Flavor because I know that Flavor throughout. And check me out next week. No, we ain't gonna be here next week because we gotta be somewhere else. But check out the Life Malcolm Show, and we'll talk in the future.